Warmer with more humidity today. Also watching some rain chances. First, Alert Meteorologist Darius Mack. What should we be expecting as that storm heads this way?
Yeah, some of those showers and storms moving for some communities right now. Look for very gusty winds, anywhere between about, say, 30 to 40 miles an hour. Nothing severe with these, but just enough to maybe disrupt some of your plans out there, especially if you have any outdoor plans going on. Humidity climbs back up. You're really noticing that already, so that's part of your first look weather forecast. A few storm chances, as I just mentioned. And then also, it's going to be pretty hot. We're looking at temperatures generally in the 90s over the next stretch of days. Your wet weather tracker, 30% rain chance today, 30% rain chance tomorrow. So what that means is it's just going to be kind of spotty to widely scattered with those rain chances. And it's not going to last all day if you do encounter some of those showers and thunderstorms. Here's the latest right now with First Alert Live Radar. You actually see the lightning there. This is extending from, say, Houston County through Humphreys County down towards Perry County and even towards Decatur County there into West Middle Tennessee. So you folks currently picking up with some heavy showers and some thunderstorms, frequent lightning with this. Again, it is not severe, but again, noticing as this continues to traverse towards the east, it does show signs that it is expected to weaken the further east that it moves. So timing out for you with your updated futurecast. Here's about the top of the hour, looking about 12:30 or so. With that particular storm cluster, that'll continue to press towards the east. Notice the coverage and intensity. It loses that steam by, say, early into this afternoon. You go later into this evening, it looks like it's going to be a little drier for us with a few spotty showers out there, but things should trend drier the later you go into the day. Additional showers, hit or miss downpours possible for your Thursday. Not everyone will see rain. The big story is going to be the humidity that sticks with us and also the temperatures that are climbing up as well. We're looking at highs in the 90s, even approaching the mid and upper 90s by the latter part of the week and into next week as well. So hit or miss showers and storms today, same case tomorrow. Less of a rain chance on Friday. It looks like it is going to be drier for us for the weekend, so that's certainly some welcome news here, but not to mention the humidity is going to be making an uptick again for us. That'll be paired with temperatures into the mid and upper